This is not entertainment. This is not a distraction. You are now receiving a signal from dark star frequency. I am Imani, the voice of ancestral memory, your guide through forgotten codes, sacred geometry, and the myths echoing in your DNA. Across every forgotten corner of this earth, in stone, in myth, in sacred silence, our ancestors left a map. Not a map of roads, but a map of alignment, of sky and soul. At the center of this map, one constellation reappears again and again. Orion. To modern man, Orion is just a shape in the sky. But to ancient civilizations, Orion was the code, a celestial cipher, a beacon, a mirror of the initiate's path. Let us begin in ancient Kemet, Egypt. The great pyramids of Giza weren't placed by chance. Each one mirrors a star in Orion's belt. Al-Nitak, Al-Nalam, Mintaka. 3 pyramids, 3 stars, a terrestrial reflection of a heavenly truth. The ancient Egyptians believed Orion was Osiris, the resurrected king, god of death, but also of eternal rebirth. They didn't just build tombs. They built a cosmic machine, a stargate for the soul's transformation. Now shift your gaze east to Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Here too, the same alignment appears. Temples laid out to match Orion's rising. But this time, not for the dead, but for the living. This temple complex was a calendar, a clock, a message carved in stone. And across the world, in Mexico, the Teotihuacan pyramids. In Mali, the Dogon traditions. In Babylon, in the Vedas, in Mayan glyphs. Everywhere, Orion. Always, Orion. Why? Because Orion is not just a star formation. It is a symbol of the soul's heroic journey. Orion encodes the path of the initiated man, the sacred masculine in his cosmic aspect, the hunter, the warrior, the king who dies and returns reborn. 3 stars, 3 steps: fall, transform, ascend. You see, these ancient sites weren't just architecture. They were activation points, anchors of sacred memory, to awaken the divine design buried inside us. And that design is waking now. Today, modern man has forgotten his sky. We worship the screen instead of the stars. We scroll, but we do not ascend. Yet, something stirs. If you're hearing this, you feel it. That pulse beneath the noise. The silent chord vibrating beneath the chaos of the modern world. Orion still speaks. Not from above, but from within. Because the chord was never in the stars alone, it was always in you. In your spine. In your breath. In your dreams. Orion's belt mirrors the three energy centers along your inner axis. The central line of power. Your spiritual antenna. The ancients weren't building maps of the sky. They were building maps of the self. They were saying, remember who you are. And so the question becomes, are you aligned? Not just to schedules and screens, but to the sacred structure of the cosmos, to your original blueprint. Orion is a reminder that the masculine soul must hunt for its purpose, that the initiate must die to his illusions, so he can rise in truth. That sacred order, not chaos, is the true nature of the cosmos. This is the call of the ancient path. It does not shout. It does not beg. It resonates. In the architecture of your body. In the patterns of your dreams. In the symbols that won't leave you alone. And so I ask you, will you walk the path of the hunter? Will you remember the code? Orion is not just a star. It is a threshold. A gate. For those who choose to cross, transformation awaits. You are not here by accident. You've heard the signal. You've felt the pulse. This is Dark Star Frequency. We bring you myths not for nostalgia, but for activation. Hidden codes. Sacred alignments. The lost echoes of truth. Decoded for the modern man ready to rise. Subscribe. Not for content, but for contact. Next, we descend into the archetype of the sacred masculine. Osiris. Odin. The force that must rise again to restore balance. Until then, align with the stars. Live like the myth. And never forget, the sky is not out there. The sky is you. Imani signing off.